Pleasant good evening to each and one in Georgetown, Guyana, and the rest of the world. Once again, I like to start my presentation by sending my deeply condolence around the world. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, and other war-torn countries that people are fighting these corrupt politicians. And also in Nepal, I want you all to look for his book. The people throw the finance minister off or let him jump off of an area into some bushes and stone him. Maybe he's dead, I don't know. But on Facebook. Now, let's make it clear here today. You have just went to a selection, not an election. I wanted to ask a question, so you Guyanese, for God's sake, wake up, or forever you will become slaves to these corrupt politicians in Parliament who led the country for many of years. You have given a lot of opportunity to find out that two things does not pay. Okay? When you lie to someone and they keep on believing in the lies, it becomes a matter of truth. So it's your time to wake up. Let me run you through the little guideline. What did Burnham do for you, the people in Guyana, from '66 until he faked death and run away to farmer Rhodesia? What? I mean, that's my way of thinking. Now, I want to ask many questions. After he threatened the late Ronald Reagan, called him a cowboy and other things, and he see Margaret Thatcher was helped by Reagan to the Parkland and other area in Grenada, he ran away. He faked death. His son-in-law, Van West Charles, according to information is alleged, was the last to see him alive in the public hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, stop being fooled. You Indian and blacks, I know that I cannot tell the Indian to forget the past because you are living up today, and a lot of you will be remembered what have conspired against your family or yourself and friends towards the black regime led by Lyndon Johnson Pauls Burnham as the president of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. For you, the uneducated blacks, and I hate to say Guyanese because you are not a fucking Guyanese. When you are claiming emancipation, which means freedom, then you should go back to Africa because you are free. And you Indian, you bastards, claiming they have arrival, but maybe your passport lost and your visa fucking run out. Go back to Mother India because you are like parasite living off of the country that belong to a native tribe called the Amerindian. How you black people are so unfair to talk about slavery from the white man and what he done to your ancestors, but what you all have done to the Amerindian and the Burnham. They say height was a little different. They bring greater white man be considered Amerindian or other nation mix, and I can say alleged. But where and how you all get the ability and power to rule Amerindian in their own effing country, and they got to buy land from Indian and black people? Come on, you hypocrites. If hell is a fucking place, I hope you all end up there. And y'all may not like it, but you blacks, let me give you your disease. You hate the European as the white man. You hate the Indian man. You hate the Chinese man. You even hate some of your own. But I guess that's the tribalism in you from Mother Africa. 9 tribes in Ghana. 9 providence. Or whatever. Everything Guyana got in that kind of mentality. But nevertheless, but there are a lot of good ones amongst you who do not stand up for that garbage. The uneducated, the undesirable in the black race. But amongst the 230-something thousand of you, 70,000 to 80-something thousand honorable, decent, humble, very, very, very respectful and very concerned about others. You are very, very, I don't know what name to give you, 72 to something thousand. God can take you in heaven without even judging you by opening the door and let you walk in like a good shepherd with his flocks behind him. But the rest is garbage. You are plagued by hatred. You are plagued by all kind of disease. They may find cure for cancer and AIDS, but they wouldn't find cure for your ignorance and your bullyism and your madness when you start looting, burning, fighting, and killing. But how much you will kill if you kill the wrong fucking people? Not everyone gonna sit down and take it. And not because you kill January, the people who you kill family can attack you February, they will stretch it long when you forget and you least expect it, and they will wipe your generation out. Time. They don't have to shoot. They don't have to chop you up like what you others do. Easy way. There's 29 ways to kill your enemy if you hate them. But if brutally, there's only 2 ways. Now, I am not supporting people killing people. But if you do people wrong, you don't need to be on this earth, nor your family. Okay? But you black people, in the police force, the military, and other sort of government, for a few dollars you sell your fucking soul. But you have a family. And who you sell it to? The coolie. The Indians who love to bribe to get their work done. Now I tell you clear, being a black police officer, military, or a criminal, don't let no Indian bribe you to hurt anybody. Kill them, burn their house, thief from them, burn their car, because they are going to talk who do it one day. And when you already accept the job, they tell 200 other people who will tell another 1,000. Where the hell you are running? You might be sitting down with your wife and children, or your mother and your brother and your sister having a meal, and the killer will come right there and wipe you all off, all because of one asshole in the family. Maybe your father, maybe your uncle, maybe your grandfather, maybe your grandson, maybe your son. So be careful what you are doing. Why am I telling you these things? I've seen it happen in many African nations, Arab nations, in India, and I've been around. Okay? I have seen the world for what it is. Not everybody is going to leave you to God. Some of us are prepared to send you and your generation to Him while you fuck with us. How much money can an Indian businessman pay you, the ignorant black man? You illiterate piece of shit, to kill somebody, and you don't realize that he will talk about it, and the family you know who killed who? Where are you going? So for the mothers, the wives, the sisters, the aunties, the grandparents, talk to your male family in the black race. Thou shalt not kill, for he who kills can be killed. And for you, corrupt politician, you bribe the police with uniform that I call them criminals in uniform, to lock up innocent people, get prisoner to kill them in jail, light the jail afire like the prisoner break down. Who say he burn down, break down, he come out, light it afire, and back in the prison, and nobody try him. He need to be put back in a fire and burned to death. It sounds bad, isn't it? But if you don't hurt nobody, they have no right to hurt you. Now some of you ignorant motherfucker can say, "Can I speak in violence? Or what have you done to me? I must give you milk and honey? I am not God that forgive your enemy." God said in the good book, as they say, "Vengeance is mine," said the Lord. But he drunk the wall and said, "Wait, let us assume everybody else was a sinner. Only he was righteous. But what about the animals, the birds, the worms, the snakes, the crocodile?" He saved a pair, but killed the rest. And he named God. We don't know whether it's a man or a woman, an elephant or a mule or a sheep or a goat or a dog or a pigeon or a rabbit or a rat. or a snail, but he's God. He's untouchable. But the Son of God says, do unto others as you will like them do unto you. Isn't you black people understand that, since knowing that you all love God? So I'm begging you all to change. You're destroying the future of your children. And when you do these kind of things, the curse fall on your generation. They'll never make it in life. They will die in accidents, sickness. So I beg of you, don't take coolie people money, Indian money, to hurt nobody. Report them. Whether you're police, military, or a criminal element in the black society, the black race. Live up to standard. Y'all are good people. Don't make the fuck with your mind. Gotta make you hungry. Why am I telling you that? This election you have witnessed a lot. Everybody run and say, don't vote for the PPP and you have a right. Don't vote for the PNC and you have a right. And don't vote for the AFC and you have a right. Because none of this party has served you but friends and family in parliament and other area of governments and some of the top cops. But nothing lasts forever and no crime will sweep in the corner. Remember that. Somebody got your fucking name. And I use these adjectives and words so you will pay a little more attention. Because if I talk nice, you all say he's a madman. Well, I'm very happy that my psychiatrists already are saying I am mad. So a madman is not responsible for what comes out of their mouth, nor what angle they take physically, because they're mentally ill, isn't it? You parasites to society. Bottom line to you, the black man. And yes, there were 90-something% of the civil servant under Burnham was in our position. Indian Sikh hell being the largest majority. The working farmers, cane cutters, rice planters, and fishermen, and many, even though they're illiterate, bringing India into Guyana when it's an Amerindian country, singing Hindi, and all kind of bullshit when they should speak the language of the country. So, my friends, why the black did not bring the African culture? Because they grew up in a country of civilization. Alright? But they have more love than you, the Indian. You kill your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. You in-laws for land. And a lot of you women feed your men who you want, who marry to you, your period, to control them. What a kind of uncivilized people are some of you. Now, not the majority. While many of you run to the voodoo man to obey your husband and to get rich by sacrificing other people's children, as it is alleged what happened on the west coast of Demerara. But what happened to the Amerindian children in Madhya? Wasn't that a sacrifice? And is that case disqualified? Think, how racial could you all be? That every time I turn on the news, some talk show, justice for Etiana Young. What about justice for the Amerindian children in Madhya? And under the Burnham government, many children disappear. But Indian people hold their tongue because they're afraid of their life. Friends, Desmond Height was different. David Granger, well, he didn't have much time because he was controlled by two parasites, Nagamutu and Ramjatan, that was kicked out from the PPP because they want to be president and vice president. Unfortunately, you have a man now who's a vice president in the PPP and still is Mr. Barajak, a man who knows it all, but cannot act on what he knows. But there is a God, Bharat. Look at my hands. I am not against you. But what I see and what I hear coming from you, I have to address it. During the campaign, according to information is alleged, you pay, the government of Guyana, it's alleged, pay a lobby firm called Alpha or something like that, or ever, to sanction and call on Mr. Mohammed for sanction on whatever they do. It's alleged. And you also, according to the banking system in Guyana, those who support this party, all banks do not want their money anymore and want to get rid of them from the account that they open up to go forward and freeze their account or whatever the banks do. Well, I call upon the people of Guyana today, do not bank your money in those banks that have done that to you. A banking system has nothing to do with the government, and if it was ordered by Ali or Barrett, then their bank managers, whose friends and family is alleged, must speak, and the bank must be sued for denying it. They accuse the United States that they will be sanctioned, they will not get this, they will not get that. But who are closer to the communist link to Maduro, Venezuela, than the PPP government? Mr. Barajagio, answer. I'm not counting Ali. Ali is a man who gets an opportunity, and I want to ask question. Why a man who's alleged, charged with 19 counts, happens to run for presidency, didn't get jailed, but a little black boy, Aubrey James and Holder, are in prison for pickpocket or simple thief in something. But a man who is charged and got 19 counts hanging over his head is the president. But that does not surprise me, because the Queen Grandmother knighted a thief and called him Sir Walter Raleigh, a pirate. So every day you live, you witness something new. Now a lot of you black people will say, I don't like black people. No, I don't like your fucking attitude and the way you think, because you got your blood in me. And a lot of you Indian, oh my God, he don't like coolie. Well, I'll be honest, I don't like coolie because I don't like to labor too much. Okay? Coolie mean laboring. The working force, you illiterate bastards. So get off with this coolie talk and black talk, because there's no such thing as coolie and black. There's no black man or woman walk the face of the earth. Or there's no white man walk the face of the earth or woman. It's man. Because if you have that, you have to get all other color with it. You hear? And if that is two race, then God discriminate. Alright? So my friends, to make a long story short, you might be upset with me, but for the educated black people, keep on doing what you are doing. The future is running out of your hands. I saw Barrett today on Facebook, and I'm going to use a lot, because AI can do a lot, speaking about the AFC man, Mr. Nigel Hughes. And now if we know all of this, why did not he order an arrest for them? And if he had known all these things about Mr. Mohammed, why did he order an arrest? But because Mr. Mohammed was with him, and Mr. Mohammed was also doing what is right for him, contributing to the act of it, to his party, helping him to sit in a bulletproof vehicle, and as it's alleged, he represent and they defend the man before the election. Then they stop him according to information. I'm going to use a lot. Are you coolie people? You Indian bastards. You have Alzheimer's. You forget you're so fucking ungrateful that the hands that lift you, you want to cut it off. The hands that feed you, you want to cut it off. You are a parasite to society. Man can feed snake, crocodile, lion, and after a while they come and eat from their hands. But if they feed you Indian, they may lose the shoulder. And I'm talking from experience. Between the two major races, you black people are much more honorable, decent, humble, kind, and very respectful when coming on human being. God can open heaven and take 70, 80 something thousand of you, because you all are not confused, corrupt, covetous, and spiteful. And you all are not ungrateful. You remember kindness. But Indian, my God, y'all don't remember nothing good that people do for you. But if you give somebody a slice of bread, how long they live, you will hear you talk about that fucking bread. They could have grown a wheat field bigger than Guyana for that time. Friends, wake up. Guyana is not for black people and Indian people. as coolie. It's an Amerindian country. And he who born in the country should be considered himself as Guyanese. And emancipation must ban on the day of arrival. Because no blacks in Guyana and India arrive from Africa and arrive from India. Indians, you were born in Guyana. Respect your birthrights. You Indians are living in Queens and turn a little area in Liberty, Little Guyana. Which Guyana? There are three: Dutch, French, or British, which is not cooperative. And Guyana was never cooperative. Alright? It was the most illiterate country in the Western Hemisphere, in an English-speaking country under the modern government. And under the late Teddy Jagan, a parasite to the Indian race, a betrayal, like what Burnham done. Help of Jagan, and Burnham killed the son of Guyana, a liberator, the late Walter Rodney. Not forgetting Waddle and all these decent people, while we have an Indian on the West Coast talking about Indian. Why don't he take his family and go back to India? We knew these India is only for Hindus. And India was divided because of religion. Hindus worship Muslim. And now you got Pakistan and Afghanistan and Afghanistan, and you coolie people in Guyana can't understand. Something wrong. Why the Chinese don't talk about China and where they arrive from, or the Portuguese about Portugal, Madeira, but the two of you. Then a counter information is alleged. Barrett criticized, he says, because AI could do a lot. I saw it on Facebook, this one. When Ali shake hand with the black people, he must get special thing to wash his hand. What an insult to the black race. And you all went and lift him, put on a red shirt and vote for him. May your generation curse for what you all have done. Come on, it's y'all who killed Jesus and looking for him after. It's y'all who killed, caused Spartacus to rise and the great El Cid and Ben-Hur. Come out of your bullshit. Wake up, politicians don't help you. They keep you down. All police, military, civil servants supposed to make good money. Get land to build a house, and every guy needs dissolve land to build your house. 50 to 60,000 US to build it. The law have to change. The Constitution must be rewrite. No man or woman is above the law. Oliver Cromwell cut out a king's head in 1627 in London when he said, countrymen and women, King Charles is not the emperor, the god of this country. You are the people, or the leaders of this country. Beheading. Come on. Why y'all allowing these great-grandchildren of African descent and Indian to manipulate you and keep you down? Worse than the European have kept the slave down in the days of slavery. And what is slavery? Who believe in God, follow this teaching. And I know he didn't say it. He says, he make man in his image and likeness, and from your sweat you shall eat bread. You mean man better than God? He didn't give you schooling. He didn't give you a piece of cheese, little butter, little jam, little oil, a cup of coffee, milk or juice. Just bread? Come on. My God didn't say that, okay? But that's why they tell you to control you. All right? But the white man as a European, he gave you a school to teach you to read and write. He gave you scholarship if you're educated enough. You wearing three-piece suits, high-top boots. You women wearing gold chain. And all kind of things. You all are pilots and doctors, but yet you're cussing. And modern Africa today, 70% of the people are suffering because of your black leaders in modern Africa. Today, one man make a difference. It's from the French country. Burkina Faso, wherever his name. 20-something time they tried to kill him. 37 years of age. Come on! And in Saudi Arabia, another Arab country in Egypt, when the black children passing through, they're raping them and killing them and take their body parts. And even Saudi Arabia, the land of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Friends, I ask you to unite. Today, Mr. Muhammad is in Parliament. Mr. Norton, when campaigning, was criticizing him. All of them challenged to criticize Mr. Muhammad Because Norton said, and I gotta use a lens, Mr. Norton, colleagues, forget what you say. It was on Facebook. That he is fighting to save himself from going to jail. You had a right now to even get 2 seats, not less, what you get 13 or 12. Y'all are wicked, but you're saying some right thing. The election, I'm claiming it was rigged. But how many election was not rigged by the Lyndon Samson Falls Burnham? Y'all forget it? You forget the GDF shoot down the 2% brother the toll gate in Burmese? You forget how many Indians was beaten by toll gate? You know how much was rejected? Friends, that's why the Jehovah Witnesses right, they don't vote for nobody. It was a vote kill the Jesus or put him on a cross. I don't believe it was him neither. I beg of you all to unite. Then, according to the Vice President, who's the voice of the nation, by the way, when you got Mr. Ali, your president, if anybody come out in protest, shoot to kill. Since when a democratic society becomes a socialist revolutionist country? That peaceful protest is banned. So if you come out in picket protesting, he ordered the police to shoot you down. That is not democracy. That is first class socialism and communism, to deny the voice of the people. Gandhi have said in India, after deported from South Africa by the apartheid government, he went down on his knees like the Pope and kissed the ground of India. And he said it clear, you can deport me from any country, but you cannot deport me from my motherland. And then he preached unity amongst Muslims and Hindus. Today in Guyana, if a man shake Muhammad hand and he's a police officer, immediately they transfer him from Bartica to another country. Where's the police force? Where's the army? Then the military by the border of Venezuela got to eat onion stew and curry, while the president and vice president and opposition leader eating mutton, chicken, pig and other things. You illiterate bastards, wake up to reality. Look at your children's face. Think of their education and unite. But I have a message with corrupt judges. Don't believe all is going to escape. All your name is down on a file. It's worse than the Odessa file. So no matter where you run, some of your children and your close family living in America, Canada, some in Barbados, some in St. Vincent, some in St. Lucia, and some in Antigua, some in England. Let me tell you, America gets what America wants. And it's time for Trump to take the island in Guyana and put the American base to control the traffic of drugs and illegal activity of kidnapping children for body parts and selling them. And law must make any man get caught raping, execute. Any man get caught, execute. Well, in that sense, we'll have to think of it, because the old parliament, whose hands are in the jar, might have to be killed. I'm only saying this is alleged, because you people quick to come up with laws, which is lawlessness, but nothing lasts forever. And that election, according to national law, it was peaceful, but it was also not placed the right way. And how could Nigerian and people from Bangladesh vote? According to information, it's alleged. Come on, Ali. But with the will of Allah and Bhagwan, Bharat and Ali, I give you all 40 days from the day you're swearing the president. But coming to the truth, the PPP have make a lot of inroads, bridges, roads, and even though they build hospitals and have no doctors, a lot changes. Can you all remember what I said? Every 10 Indian women go in the hospital to make children, 6 or 7 die in childbirth under the PNC and the immigration time. I said it, and it's alleged. Why when I said it stopped? But there is a God. It's an Amerindian country. Why they got to buy land? And then I heard Barrett criticize the Amerindian. If the Amerindian Portuguese and the mixed race and the black hold hand together, where you corrupt Indian going? Peaceful demonstration. I'm not going to say what to do because I honor the United States Constitution. I will defend them anytime. But I know one thing. America gets what America wants. And it's time for Trump to send in the military, take possession, and do the right thing for Guyana For Mr. Mohammed is a businessman as much as Trump. Both was accused of crime and both now are in power some way or the other. Thank you.